Epstein, Israel, ISIS, Palantir. Notes from the edge of the narrative matrix. Amid the inevitable giant ego clash between Elon Musk and Donald Trump, Musk tweeted that the president, quote, is in the Epstein files, saying, quote, that is the real reason they have not been made public. As we have discussed previously, it is a known fact that Trump is on the Epstein flight logs and has been obstructing the release of the Epstein files. It is also a known fact that Jeffrey Epstein worked with Israeli intelligence and was running a sexual blackmail operation, and Trump has been bending over backwards to give Israel everything it wants while stomping out American free speech that is critical of Israel's actions in Gaza. Trump is on record saying in 2002, quote, I've known Jeff Epstein for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side, end quote. There's no reason to take seriously anything Elon Musk says during a textbook case of narcissistic collapse. But for the record, if anyone in Washington is likely to have been blackmailed by Epstein, it's Donald John Trump. Israel has admitted to arming ISIS-linked gangs as proxy forces in Gaza, throwing some cold water on the fuzz-brained narrative that the West is backing Israel to help defeat Islamic extremism. Israel is backing these forces in order to sow chaos and strife with the goal of advancing its ethnic cleansing objectives in the Palestinian territory. Lately, whenever I talk about Israel's ethnic cleansing agenda, I get Israel supporters telling me they're not doing ethnic cleansing, they're just making the Palestinians leave Gaza because they don't want them there. Which is yet another reminder of how stupid Israel apologists are, because the forced mass expulsion of an undesired ethnic group is precisely the definition of ethnic cleansing. I have this conversation every single day. Me, here's evidence of Israel doing something evil. Israel supporter. All Hamas has to do is surrender and release the hostages, and this ends immediately. Me. No, that's false. Israel is openly saying the slaughter will continue until all Palestinians have been ethnically cleansed from Gaza, regardless of whether Hamas surrenders or the hostages are released. Here's a pile of evidence showing that this is the case. Israel supporter. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you start a war you can't win. Next time, don't do terrorism. Me. You were just claiming Hamas can end this at any time by making different decisions. Now that you know Hamas is powerless to stop Israel's ethnic cleansing atrocities, you have pivoted to saying all Palestinians deserve mass murder and ethnic cleansing. Sounds like you just support Israel no matter what it does, regardless of facts or morality. Israel supporter. Anti-Semite, anti-Semite, anti-Semite. I keep meaning to talk about how the Trump administration is reportedly granting oligarch Peter Thiel's odious company Palantir a central role in a massive authoritarian expansion in government surveillance powers, which would see government data compiled and tracked across multiple government agencies. For those who don't know, Palantir is a CIA-backed surveillance and data mining tech company with long-standing ties to both the U.S. intelligence cartel and to Israel, and has already been playing a crucial role in both the U.S. empire's sprawling surveillance network and Israeli atrocities against Palestinians. This is being framed by the political media class as a Trump policy, but it's obviously a U.S. empire policy. These sweeping surveillance powers are intended to remain in place long after Trump is gone, regardless of who happens to be in office. We are being asked to believe that individuals becoming violently radicalized by the ongoing genocide in Gaza is of greater concern than the ongoing genocide in Gaza. No, that isn't going to happen. Perhaps the best way to stop people from committing acts of violence in response to the genocide in Gaza would be to cease actively fucking facilitating the fucking genocide in Gaza. Palestine supporters. Here's a video that just came out showing Israel massacring Palestinian civilians again. Israel supporters. Okay, so 2,000 years ago, The world waking up to Israel's depravity reminds me of the moment I first saw how nasty and abusive my ex was. The first glimpse when I finally let myself see the sadism and ill will he had for me was the beginning of the end. Maybe the world is beginning its own moment of clarity.